guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. So today, August 6th, I cannot believe it's been 11 years since the first time I saw Taylor live. That's really hard to believe. I honestly cannot believe, like, this shirt is 11 years old. I can't believe it's been that long. So, to commemorate, I wanted to sit down and tell you about the first time that I saw Taylor, and I really want to start this as a series on my channel. I want to like sit down and tell you guys about my different concert experiences because every single one has been different. Every single one has been so magical, and I was enchanted to see the Speak Now World Tour. So I started loving Taylor from the moment I heard Love Story. And since then, I would spend all my computer time, all my time that I had to spare in my life, looking at videos of Taylor Swift, and I just wanted to know her better. I have always loved Taylor for more than her music. I've always loved her for her character as well, and that is why I have stayed. The bops are a bonus, but I love the woman to death. Like, it's a great package. Like, she doesn't miss, but her character is just... Anyways, my point is, I spent all my time getting to know her online. I'd sit down and watch interviews after school, music videos, behind the scenes, even like her going on America's Got Talent and singing with a contestant, Julian Irwin. That's engraved in my head. I remember they sang, I think it was Teardrops on My Guitar. That was one of my core memories. I remember hearing that Taylor Swift was on the Fearless tour, and the closest date to me would have been Charlottesville, Virginia. I remember at the time I had no idea what I was doing on a ticketing website, but I remember seeing it was sold out. And I was really upset, so I didn't like even ask. My parents knew that I wanted to see Taylor, however, there was like no chance of it. And at that point, the tickets were sold out. So I never shut up about Taylor. Haven't since the moment I heard Love Story. So, it was one day in the summer. We were all downstairs, and I think my dad had on Speak Now. Like, I think it was just playing. And I was very present for everything Taylor was doing online. I remember my mom and I like sitting down and watching the Mine music video premiere. I had gotten Speak Now merch for Christmas in 2010. It was so special to me. It was very clear that Taylor was not going anywhere, and I never shut up about wanting to see her live. So I remember we were downstairs, and I sporadically said, as I always did because I was very adamant on making my point, I said, I really want to see Taylor live. My parents looked at each other, and I remember I was like, why are they looking at each other like that? I remember my dad was like, do we want to tell her? And I'm like, tell me what? So then at that point, of course, they had my attention and my curiosity. And I remember they sat me down. My dad turned off the music, and he was like, so, you're seeing Taylor. And I was like, what? I'm looking at both my parents. My mom was able to get tickets, and she was like, yeah, we're going. I got us 3 tickets. We're going to Lincoln Financial Field on August 6th, 2011 to see her Speak Now World Tour. And I will never forget that whole experience. My mom was able to get the tickets. I remember my grandma and I like having to go pick them up during the summer, and it was really, really fun. So during the summer, I was truly so excited. I would go over to my grandma's every single day during the summer, and we'd just hang out. We'd do like crafts and stuff. We always had the best time together. And I would start making like little signs. I would write like Taylor Swift on everything. And I remember I made a sign that said, I would be enchanted to meet you, because I knew obviously about like the Tea Party and stuff. And I wrote all the songs from Speak Now around the border. And that sign was a mess, but man, I still have it, and man, I still love it. I was just bouncing off the walls excited. My mom gets a letter in the mail that she has to do jury duty, so my mom can no longer go, which was so upsetting. But my grandma ended up going, so my dad, my grandma, and I drove up and we saw Taylor. I remember I made a shirt that said like Taylor's #1 fan, Philly, August 5th through 7th. Like that was like the period that we were there, and I made the shirt to wander around Philly in. I was stoked and I was living it up. My little Swiftie days, still having my Swiftie days, but I was so happy to be there. So I remember when we got there, the smoke alarms wouldn't stop going off in the hotel. I don't know why that's a core memory, but like since I'm telling you, I remember like they would not stop beeping, and there was no fire either. Like there was some like default thing, and I think they were like testing them at the same time. I remember we were like going down to the desk, and they were like, yeah, like we're trying to test them, but now they won't shut off. Anyways, it was just core memory in my head. I don't know why that's such a core memory, but like I said, here you go. I remember we went out to dinner the night before, and that was really fun. Yeah, I remember I was just absolutely bouncing off the walls. There was this little, I think it was like, I don't want to say Irish pub, but I think it was like Irish themed. I remember my grandma, my dad, and I going, and I remember going to the bathroom, and it was like right by our table, and I remember going in the bathroom. I did not have to go to the bathroom, but I like leaned over and I just screamed. I was like in like one of the stalls because I was stoked. So then we headed to the show, and I'm pretty sure we bought out the entire merchandise booth. I'm not kidding. We bought like a pen, the little glow pens. My dad bought me this shirt. He was buying stuff for like people at work because their daughters were also like my age and they wanted like shirts to bring back. I got the Speak Now blanket, which is on my blanket rack over there. I got a Taylor Swift bear. I was fully going off at that merchandise booth. Oh, I got the tour book. Was it the glow stick that I got at that show? No, I think I got that at the Red Tour. But yeah, we raided the merchandise booth. I remember walking in and it was so crowded, and I remember my dad taking a picture on his phone of the sign, and I'll put it right here. It said Taylor Swift Speak Now World Tour. We walked in, we were section 114, and we walked into our seats, and the guy, there was like a security guy who like dead stopped us. Okay, like we're almost at our seats. He dead stopped us, and he's like, and like back then, like I was so adamant, I just wanted to sit down in my seat. I wanted to like just be there, and I'm always that way at Taylor concerts. Like that's still very like me. Like I just want to be there. I don't like waiting till the last minute to get to concerts. Like I despise it, because I just want to soak up as much time in my happy place as possible. So the security guy like stops us, and he's like, you can't be here. And he looks at my dad and he's like, you can't be here. And my dad's like, what, why? Like, and he was so serious. Like, this guy should really have some Oscar for this performance. He was like, yeah, guys aren't allowed. This is a girls' night, I hate to tell you. And then I remember my dad started busting up laughing. Like, my dad was laughing so hard with this guy, and I was sitting there, actually standing there to be exact, petrified. I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, you guys have a great night. But he was totally like messing with my dad. Yeah. My little self took that very much to heart, and I was stressed. Anyways, so the show started. I remember her intro. Your life is a funny thing. I think most of us look back on our lives and regret the moments we didn't speak up. The moments we didn't say I love you. The moments you didn't say I'm sorry. And there's a time for silence, and there's a time for waiting your turn. But if you so clearly know what you need to say, you know it. I don't think you should wait. I think you should speak now. Why is it? Oh my god, why is it gonna make me cry? Rachel. So previously to the concert, I had not looked anything up because I wanted to be completely surprised when I saw Taylor. So I was really trying to like not look stuff up. And I remember she like came out, she went, drop everything now. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I remember mean because I was like, Dad, you need to record this for my mom. That was her favorite Taylor Swift song at the time. And I was like, since she's not here, we need to record it for her. I remember saying that to him. So that video is somewhere on an SD card. Don't ask me where. If we ever find it, trust me, I'll do a video because I'm like itching to find those, but there's a lot of SD cards floating around. So I remember that. I remember Haunted specifically because I, again, did not look up anything. And I thought that Taylor... I thought Taylor was hitting that bell during Haunted, or before Haunted, I should say, because we were in Philadelphia, and I was like, I remember saying out loud, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, she's, you know, paying tribute to the Liberty Bell because we're in Philadelphia. Sweetie, that was a permanent part in her set, but, you know, let little Rachel have her moment. I do remember, this was a core memory too. There was a girl behind me, probably a little older at the time. She was probably like maybe 15. She was probably like the age I was during like the 1989 era. I remember that she was also with her dad, and there were like previews for like CoverGirl and stuff running, of course, before Taylor came out and before like Hunter Hayes opened. I remember there were so many openers too. Like, I remember there were so many openers. I was like, okay, where's Taylor? Like, I was like, where is Miss Swift? But that was just little me. And I remember a CoverGirl ad came on, and the girl and I, like, behind us, we started screaming, and both of our dads were like, it's just an ad, like, why are you screaming? We're like, we're so happy. And like, me and the girls like just started laughing and stuff. Yeah, that was a core memory. I'm just trying to think. So Taylor, during the Speak Now World Tour, she would cover songs on the B stage of an artist from wherever she was performing. So in Philadelphia, she sang Unpretty, and she also sang Who Knew. And I remember looking at my dad going, am I supposed to know this song? Like, I remember this so clearly. I was so, again, thrown off because I was like, wait, did I miss a Taylor Swift song? And I did not know those two songs at the time. And I remember I was like, am I supposed to know this song? I did not know those songs, so I just was like, eh. But I remember just like in that moment, I was truly just sinking in, like, the fact that I was seeing Taylor Swift live for the first time. I remember it was just quiet, there was like a breeze, and I remember just being like, oh my God, like, I'm literally seeing my role model live for the first time. I think that moment was kind of like when it first hit me, or like when it fully hit me, because I remember all throughout, of course, I was dancing, but at that point I kind of like took a step back and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm actually seeing her live. I remember I wore my little Mine t-shirt. It said, Taylor Swift, you're the best thing that's ever been mine. And I wore gray capris. What a fashion statement. But you know, at the time, like, looking back on it, it was so cute. There's this picture of me. I'll put it right here. There's this picture of me holding my little I'd be enchanted to meet you sign. And it made me so happy. I remember Better Than Revenge live too. Oh my God. I was like obsessed with the intro. Hi, it's me. Leave a message. Make it hot. Now go stand in the corner and think about what you did. Like, I remember that so clearly. I have always been a stan personally of the Back to December, You're Not Sorry and Apologize mashup too. Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, I don't know. As long ago as that was, there's still core memories of mine, and I was so, so grateful that I was able to see Taylor and that my parents pulled that off. And I, again, like, was so, I remember I was like, no, like, I really wanted my mom to come with us because she was the one who pulled off the tickets. And yeah, it just, all in all, it was so much fun, and my parents have always been so supportive of me loving Taylor. Like, I'm so grateful, honestly, for everything. My dad's traveled with me a ton. My mom was really the first person who allowed me to see Taylor and went out of her way to get us tickets. And those moments are something that I've really always carried with me. I'm never going to take any moment to see Taylor for granted, because seeing Taylor is truly such a happy experience. It makes me feel so whole as a person, and if you know, you know, like, seriously, I mean that. Taylor just has this energy that just makes you feel at home. Her concerts feel like home, and I remember leaving that night feeling so fulfilled and so, like, special and so motivated in life, just because and it was special too because I saw Taylor in her hometown, or her home show, I should say. She grew up in Reading, Pennsylvania, but that was like her hometown show, and I got to see her in her hometown. And all those years, oh my god, I'm getting emotional. I remember going back to Lincoln Financial Field in Philly for the rep tour, and this time I got to bring a picture of me and Taylor hugging. And I remember that was like a full circle moment, because I remember that girl who was seeing Taylor for the first time wanted to meet her so bad, and my time came. I never gave up. It was never like, okay, well, I didn't meet her this time, so like I'm done trying. That was just the beginning of a beautiful, beautiful chapter in my life of seeing Taylor live. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video and kind of like share my little Speak Now tour memories. I'm sure I'll think of some after this. I'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't mention that. Oh, I didn't mention that. But I remember the crowd interaction, like all of us jumping like during the Story of Us. I remember everybody doing like, like, if you know, you know. But anyways, you guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me. And I hope this video entertained you in some way. If you want me to continue doing these, like for every single concert I've been to of Taylor's, like do a little like story time, definitely let me know. So yeah, I love you guys. I hope this video entertained you in some way, and I sincerely hope I see you, yes, you, in the next one. Bye guys.